This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. When we think about the COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy in the Black community, let's remember, it didn't happen by chance. It's justified in history. But the will to change the narrative is strong today, and our people are lending their voices to the conversation. We're sharing our stories and the reasons that made us choose the vaccine so we can lead the way for others to make a well-informed choice too. To hear our stories, visit hereforuswa.org.
Realtors abide by a code of ethics. This is Article 9 in action. Beth, a first-time homebuyer, knew nothing about the home buying process, except that she wanted to buy a home. But her realtor had the expertise to make sure Beth understood every document, even giving her copies to review with her lawyer so Beth could close on her first home with confidence. Complicated things explained in simple terms. The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
59.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. We got a brand new shirt in the Rock Shop. It's the BJ and Migs Wordle shirt. And I saw that Rev was annoyed today at his Wordle performance.
Sometimes they're just like that's not a word. I mean, I'll look it up in the dictionary afterwards and be like, all right, well, fine, it's a word. Yeah, but there are things where like they're very like picky, like they're like, oh, that's a word. And you're like, really? Or they'll use a name as a word, and then I'll try like Kevin as a word, and it's like that's not a word. I'm like, well, wait, so some names are words and some names aren't.
Oh, those
what do you have against
people,
Kevin?
Well, first of all, with the BJ and Migs Wordle shirt, you'll know that names are indeed words because it's right on the shirt, Wordle style.
Yeah. Damn straight.
So, by our rules, yeah. So, do you love our show? Okay, all right. How about love? Do you love Wordle? Okay, well, maybe this shirt's not for you. But for the rest of you that do, it's a black T-shirt. Do you love black T-shirts?
You know it.
All right, then this shirt is for you. Get the BJ and Migs Wordle shirt today at the Rock Shop at KISW.com.
Let's play B Migs. It's time to play the game. Yeah! Scream his name, B Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa! B Migs, you're a loser.
It is time for B Migs, and it's Thursday, so let's get cracking. Sploosh. And I know there's no cracking stuff going on right now, but if you want to get your hockey fix, you can watch, you can watch the Stanley Cup, but also you can check out Shoresy on Hulu.
That's true.
And just pretend Shoresy is Yanni Gord, which I like to do. And you know what? It kind of makes it a little bit better there.
Yanni Gord would be a great character on Shoresy.
He would be fantastic. And that's, I just imagine the way that he talks, like Shoresy talks on the show, is like the way that Yanni Gord pisses off everyone on the ice.
They got that hockey accent.
Absolutely. Let's get to our contestant today. We got Brad on Whidbey Island. Brad, are you there?
I am.
Excellent. All right, Steve, get out of here. Goodbye. For those playing at home, get out of here, Steve. For those playing at home, Brad will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Brad, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I am doing it.
Wentworth Miller started the popular Fox television show titled Prison What?
Pass.
Arthos, Porthos, and Aramis were the names of the 3 what?
Musketeers.
Yes. In which U.S. state would you find Fort Knox?
North Carolina?
No.
South Carolina?
No.
Pass.
Which legendary home run hitter was nicknamed the Sultan of SWAT?
Babe Ruth.
Yes. Pinterest was first launched in which early 2010s year?
11, 12, 13?
No. What is the capital of the Philippines?
Malaysia.
No.
Pass.
President's Day is on the 3rd Monday of what month?
February.
Yes. Metamorphic, sedimentary, and igneous are types of what?
Pass.
The College of Cardinals is the group who elect which religious position?
The Pope.
Yes. Joe Cool is an alter ego of which comic strip character?
Snoopy.
Yes. Wentworth Miller starred in the popular Fox television show titled Prison What?
Break.
Yeah! Got back to it and got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 correct.
Yeah, also Captain Cold and I believe the Archer series and DC's Legends of Tomorrow and all that. He's been all over the place.
Oh, Captain Cole in you said the Archer series, Green Arrow?
I thought was it Flash? Either Flash or Archer. He played that character.
You mean Green Arrow?
Oh yes, Arrow, not Archer. Arrow.
Yeah,
duh.
Because it was like Archer's a totally different show.
You're absolutely right. Well, an Arrow is an Archer, but yes, he is, it is Arrow.
Okay. I was very confused there about that. I was I'm pretty sure Archer was.
And I was looking at you going, "What are you talking about?" I know what I don't know what I'm talking about.
Steve, you're back. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah!
Wentworth Miller starred in the popular Fox television show titled Prison What?
He'll never get this.
Break. Yes.
Okay, maybe he will.
Arthos, Porthos, and Aramis were the names of the three what?
Musketeers.
Yes. In which U.S. state would you find Fort Knox?
Texas.
No.
Oh. Alabama.
No.
Fort Knox. North Dakota.
No. Which legendary home run hitter was nicknamed the Sultan of SWAT?
Babe Ruth?
Yes. Pinterest was first launched in which early 2010s year?
I don't know. BJ still got his Pinterest page. 2001.
No.
2002.
No.
2003.
No. What is the capital of the Philippines?
Bangkok.
No, that's Thailand, man.
Philippine City.
No. Take me down.
Filipatio.
No. Whoa. No. President's Day is the third Monday of what month?
January.
No.
February?
Yes. Metamorphic, sedimentary, and igneous are types of what?
Rock.
Yes. The College of Cardinals is the group who elect which religious position?
The Pope.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You managed to tie.
Wow, you got lucky.
Kinda, yeah.
Boy, did you get lucky.
Sorry about that, Brad, because it looked like you almost had to win there, buddy.
Philippines. That's just the worst.
Neither of you guys got that one.
Okay, yeah.
He said work though, Brad, because Brad almost lost, but he came back.
Yeah.
So he did. Good job, Brad.
He said Malaysia for that, and I was like, no, sir, no. Does anybody happen to know the capital of the Philippines?
Is it Manila?
Yeah,
Manila.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And since Steve did mention that BJ still has his Pinterest, hey, what early 2010s year did Pinterest start?
Oh, I would just be guessing. I don't know. 2011?
No, it's no.
Oh,
I was guessing 2010.
You said like 1, 2, 3.
I was doing the zeros.
Yeah.
People make that mistake when you say 2010s. It is a tough one to remember. Which one are you talking about? So, all right. Well, what is it?
It's 2010.
Ah, you son of a you trick question guy.
And does anybody know in which state you would find Fort Knox?
Ooh, which state would you find Fort Knox? I would say Kentucky, sir.
Yeah, you'd be correct.
Look at you.
It's where they keep all the gold, I think, or they used to. I don't know if they really do that anymore, but
that's where they keep all the aliens.
No, that's Area 51.
Oh, well, I think they switched now. So 51's got the gold.
Oh,
and Fort Knox has got the aliens now. So that way,
I'd keep you on your toes. I see what you're doing.
Throwing everybody off the track, Rep.
Well, congrats on your tie, Steve.
Nice work, Steve.
Thank you.
I'm almost proud of you.
I don't know if that's the case, but
all right. We got to talk about this Canadian woman that says that she unknowingly purchased a pair of used roller skates that used to be hers from 40 years ago.
What are the odds of that?
The odds are insane. Yeah, and here she is talking about the surprise she felt when she realized she had bought her old roller skates.
So I kept kind of scrolling. I thought, but $40, that's a good deal. And I thought, they do look like the ones I used to have. It's like a Cinderella and the slipper moment. It was very strange. It was like a perfect fit. I couldn't believe it. And they felt good. It wasn't even like the new ones I had, like they were broken into my foot. I flipped back the tongue and there's my name. I said, this is me. These were mine. I know I felt tears welling up in my eyes. I was reeled back to my youth 40 years ago. It was like, boom, like life flashed before my eyes.
That is so wild, man.
I couldn't even have fathomed that. Like, if you're just like, oh, I'm looking there, like, these fit pretty good. I don't have to worry about it. And then you look and you see your name on there.
Yeah. How about nobody crossed the name out and put their name in there, like whoever ended up buying them? Like, they didn't even care enough to just, like, whatever. And
It's a testament to the quality of the roller skates, too. I mean, the fact that she's still able to use them.
Yeah, well, they don't make them like they used to.
No, they don't, BJ.
So she's Canadian, and it's roller skates, and we're in the radio business, so I'm wondering if Rev can have the same relate that I am, and it's only Rev and I because we've been watching Kids in the Hall. But that's all I could think of is that Kids in the Hall.
Oh, the last DJ of
the last
apocalypse.
DJ of the apocalypse, because they kept playing Melanie's I Got a Brand New Pair of Roller Skates, and that's the first thing I thought of, a Canadian. It's weird because he's a DJ, so it's just, that's all I thought of. And
That was such a good bit, and that stupid song got stuck in my brain for a week.
Oh, I grew up with that song.
I
when it was a
forgot
hit.
that song.
Yeah. Oh, and they played the hell out of it out of one of the episodes of the new Kids in the Hall. It's and Dave Foley does a great job as Motormouth in the morning, the DJ. So it's definitely worth a watch on. I think it's Prime. Are they on Prime right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So congratulations to her and her roller skates. May they be forever happy together.
Yeah, she better not sell them again.
Yeah.
Well, they'll come back.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
they always say, well, you let something go. If it loves it, it'll come back eventually.
Yeah, it's meant to be, yeah.
That's right. That's what Sting was talking about. It is time for Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Whatever you want to talk about. We got your calls. We got your texts at 917 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose, brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino. Listeners on the Loose, where you pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. What is on your mind? Well, whatever it is, make sure you follow Steve's rule.
It's a simple rule, BJ. Let's show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, you'll be gone.
Goodbye, Wolf.
And we'll say goodbye to you.
206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
So I want to chime in on the conversation we had earlier about the things you got away with at work. And someone says, I can't believe I got away with having a very low budget poker night most nights when I worked security at a building. I worked weekend overnights and no one would ever show up. So my buds would come over with beer and pizza and we'd play poker all night. Best job ever.
Well, the security job, Rev pretty much, he gamed his way to fame while being a security guard.
Like nowadays, that's not too surprising. Everyone has a phone, but I literally would wait until everyone left. It'd be about 15 minutes to make sure everyone cleared out. I'd go to my car and bring out my desktop PC.
That's hilarious. You set up a computer.
Yep, and just bring it and then hook it up to, there was a secondary monitor and a mouse that didn't have anything to do with the security system. And I would just play it basically for 8 hours and just pay attention to the key card readings because, it was a locked place. No one could get in or out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Observe, report, and game.
Hell yeah.
And dude, if you're doing the overnight, if it helps keep you awake, do whatever it takes. Because sometimes I feel so, when you get here early, sometimes you see security people and you can just tell they're just trying their best to keep their eyes open. And it's like, that's a grind, like that graveyard shift.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's so boring.
Yeah. If you're not doing anything, you're just staring at like a monitor in front of you and there's nothing going on. I would nod off within 5 minutes of starting the job.
You do it at movies, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It is impressive sometimes because I feel like there's a lot of loud noises because they're doing construction a lot of times. And I'm like, I give them props if they're able to fall asleep during that because it's loud down there sometimes.
Yeah.
What is with our building? Are we ever going to stop remodeling?
No.
We are the epitome. We are basically the building version of I-5 Tacoma.
Yes. Yeah. It is.
We will always be in the middle of construction here.
When they showed us the building and said, hey, we're going to move in here, which was what, 4 years ago, they're like, hey, we're remodeling this whole area. And they're remodeling that area again. I'm like, it's been 4 years. What the hell?
Always keep working on yourself.
Yeah, I guess so. You know what? Whoever the contractor is that continues to convince the people that own the building that they should remodel, they're geniuses.
They're never happy with what happens.
No, they never are. It is crazy. It was like, I really like that area that we had for a half a second.
Oh, but it's going to be better now, BJ.
It was going to get better before, I was told. This building is nuts.
And you're going to love it for the next year and a half until we change it again.
Oh, yeah. And right now, I guess they've decided since nobody's coming downtown anymore, let's just rip up every road downtown. They're doing that too. So, hey, congratulations to all of you people. You're working. I appreciate that. I don't know what you're doing, but you're working.
Hey, somebody's getting paid at least.
Yeah. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. It's listeners on the loose.
Another story about things we got away with at work. Someone said, I can't believe me and my roommate, we got away with making a beer pong table at work. What made this table special? The top was a black mirror that we etched in the cup spot so that it could be LED lit. And the glass on top was a special type of glass that cost $10,000. But it had a tiny bubble, so they were going to throw it away.
Imperfect. So you're like, well, we'll just use it.
Perfect enough for us.
Wow.
All right. Dude, you got to send us a picture of that table.
I'd like to see that. Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
Especially with the LED lights on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Add LED lights to anything and it makes it look cool. Like now those LED lights.
Dude.
The one behind the TVs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man! At our church, they have LED lights behind the cross, and it's just like I feel like I'm at a rave for Jesus.
Should they switch colors?
They should.
That'd be amazing.
Is that what the TV does? Does the TV switch colors to match? I guess.
Yeah,
the
you
picture?
can do that. Yeah.
Oh boy, that is pretty cool.
That's like the high tech stuff, though.
I got real obsessed with those because my little brother really loved them, so I literally have them under my bed, behind my television, and then I have like the fairy sparkly lights behind my bed. And I never turn them on except if my brother's there. But they do look awesome when I turn them on.
Why don't you turn them on?
Because I can't sleep with them on.
Oh.
Yeah, they're kind of bright.
But if anybody's coming over, like I had to come and get people to praise my house, I turned them on and they thought it was so cool. I'm
That's
sure that
sweet.
like upped the value.
Oh yeah, $50.
Oh
Yeah, they were very impressed.
They were like, you know what? We weren't gonna have a bidding war in this house, but those
No.
LED lights. Okay, here's $1 million more.
Rev, you need LED lights in your acid room.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you know what? I'm glad you
Never mind.
finished that sentence. Because
My
when you were going,
rainbow
"Hey,
room,
Rev,
sir."
you need lights in your acid room, and I was like, oh,
That's the
I'm like, look,
bathroom.
he needs a lot of things up there, but I don't think it's LED lights.
Yeah, no, that's what got me into making it a rainbow room is because I've got LED lights for my studio at home. And
fancy.
yes, and then I ended up, I kind of went nuts with it because I've even got the LED strips that I made into clouds. I found DIY stuff on on TikTok.
Hey,
you
Vicky,
just put-
someone's got your number. You better start. I thought you were the DIY princess of this show, but I think it's
I'm a princess.
He consulted me for a lot of these things.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
So yeah, there's
All
there's
He
a
did.
lot of LED lights going on upstairs.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah, if anybody really needs any help, you know what? Don't send any, D pics, but DIY pics. That's what Vicky likes.
DIY.
Yeah, she'll take the DIY pics, just not the D pics.
That's the cloud setup.
Yeah, that's my cloud setup.
Where's that? Is that in the rainbow room?
Yeah, that's the rainbow room. That's the little upstairs loft that I have above my studio at home.
Damn,
Rev,
is
it's
that
the
like
acid room. Look at that.
that is
room.
trippy, man.
It's the rainbow room, sir.
You see rainbows.
I don't know if
Yeah.
that's the Stranger Things room, dude. I think like
Nice.
that's the Vecna room right there, man. You're coming out. That's not cool.
Yeah, the walls have like rainbow
The
lights
walls
as well.
have ears.
And so yeah, I went nuts with
Wow.
it. It's a
You're
pandemic
right.
project.
Is that a shag carpet?
It's a rainbow shag carpet, sir.
Amazing.
Oh my god! Like,
And
wall
also
to
a
wall.
rainbow comforter and rainbow pillows that are all also shag.
Did you wall to wall shag it? Really?
Not wall to wall. It's just one like
Okay.
I don't know by like 6 by 9 foot carpet
So
that I
that's
found on Amazon.
That's the guest room, the drug room. What the hell is that room?
It is definitely the guest room if people want to sleep up there.
I feel like I would be terrified.
And again, how did you make the cloud LED thing?
It was you basically just take cardboard, put it up on top of where you want it to go. You attach those LED strips that they have. You put those across it, and then you get polyfill, which is the
Polyfill.
stuff used to stuff animals. And you just glue it up to there, and it just stays up there, and it looks like clouds with the lights under. And
That is so cool.
they go through all sorts of different colors, and like I have so many different patterns to run through it. I've got the darker ones, I've got light ones, I've got just like quick flashing rainbow ones for if you really want to go tripping, because it's like you don't have to be on anything because of how the rainbow shag carpet works
You may
and
be
the
afraid
lighting
that you are
changes.
on something.
Oh yeah, it would be another experience altogether with that. But the carpet itself will change colors based on the colors of the LED lights as well.
And Vicky showed me the dude that did this, and probably inspired Rev and Vicky.
Oh yeah. This was the one that did it, and it's just,
it could look like a crazy weird storm going on in there.
yeah, and it's I've got it hooked up. I've got an Alexa up there as well, so I can play it through that and run music through it,
Whoa,
and
dude,
so it'll change with the music.
Whoa.
Oh, I would mess with my guests if they were in there. I'd have like a pre-recorded thing. It's like, this is God. Do not have sex on this bed. Do not make these sheets dirty, or I will strike down upon you.
Well, other than the Amazon Alexa controlling the lights, I'm the only one that have control over the lights. So if someone's up there, I can literally just change them at any point in time.
That's lovely.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
No, that's not. I'm not staying at the Hotel Hell.
Yeah, were you ever planning on staying in Hotel Hell?
Well, the Rainbow Room always fascinated me, but I didn't realize it was the Rainbow Room from hell. I mean, seriously, with the guy, the video Vicky showed me, the lights look like just the last scene that I saw in the latest episode of Stranger Things. This red, hellish nightmarescape is just, that's what it looks like, man.
Well, I can do it in like purples or blues or greens.
I don't know if that's better. I mean, it's like the cloud ceiling, and it looks like it's about to rain on your ass, or worse, it looks like the upside down.
Oh, yeah, you got to figure out a way to be able to like sprinkle people with water.
A little sprinkle.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to do. You say you don't want people to do stuff on your sheets, Steve. So
Fair.
yeah. So I don't think we need it. We don't need the R. Kelly room. The Rainbow Room's become the R. Kelly room.
Almost like a humidifier mister.
Ooh.
Well, they do sell misters. And
That's
then that
not a
won't
bad
ruin the room,
idea
I'm
in there,
sure.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not going to ruin the room. No, you keep it. You go ahead, Rev.
Someone speaking of Stranger Things said, hey, have you guys been watching the new season of Stranger Things? Is it just me, or does the new season have a ton of similarities to Nightmare on Elm Street?
Oh,
It
yeah.
seems way too similar. Still love the show, though.
Well, apparently they haven't seen one particular episode to know that it has a lot of similarities to Nightmare on Elm Street just because of one person that's in it.
I've only watched the first episode, but the whole final scene that happened in the first episode, I was like, this is almost straight out of the first Nightmare on Elm Street.
That's funny if that's what they just did, on like a note for note reenactment.
It's pretty close.
I think it's an homage because they basically let you know that that's what they're kind of doing when you see somebody who shows up later.
Oh, Freddy Krueger's in Stranger Things?
I didn't want to say that. I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying somebody shows up later and you'll be like, oh, so.
Well, if it's not Freddy Krueger, I'm disappointed.
Well, let me tell you, this guy makes, the big bad guy so far that we've seen, at least as far as I am, makes Freddy Krueger look like a party guy.
Yeah, it was when he was introduced in the first episode, it's extra gory. I was really surprised.
Yeah, it's I like this season. I'm liking it a lot. So far I'm pleased. I was okay with parts of last season, but this season so far I've liked every episode. Yeah, so and it feels COVID related as far as the way they had to shoot it, because people are separated, like they have sets of people doing different things. I've seen that in a lot of shows, and my mind goes, oh, they probably had to shoot some of this during the COVID protocols where not everybody could be in the same set in the same room. And I feel like either the storyline just happened to work out perfectly, or they had to readjust it so that not everybody would be in the same place.
So they have a monster that tries to attack one of the kids, but he stays 6 feet away from them.
That's it. Well, here I will say this, Steve. In a way, that's kind of what you're trying to do. So you kind of hit on what you need to do.
You need to watch this now.
Yeah, no, you just figured it out.
Freddy Krueger, who has some space issues, is a part of Stranger Things.
It's done. I think the season's done really well, and I don't know how it's all going to connect, because it doesn't feel like so far that what we've seen from Stranger Things has any connection to what we're seeing now, and it's even commented on by one of the characters as the show goes along. They're like, don't know what this has to do with what we've experienced before, so I know they're going to tie it all together. I'm very excited about that. So, yeah, it's on Netflix, and, but the kids are old, man. Oh, my gosh, they're so damn old.
They are.
What, 18?
I don't even recognize Lucas. I do not recognize Lucas at all. And they were showing some flashbacks in one episode that I watched of Lucas at a younger age, and he looks unrecognizable to what he looks like now. It's just I'm like, my God, I for a minute I thought, did they get a different actor? But it's the same kid, but he's just grown so much that he looks nothing like he did when he was a kid. It's nuts. So there you go, Stranger Things. So that's on Netflix. Check it out. It is Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. We got more of your calls and more of your texts at 9:33 on the Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Realtors abide by a code of ethics. This is Article 9 in action. Beth, a first-time homebuyer, knew nothing about the home buying process, except that she wanted to buy a home. But her realtor had the expertise to make sure Beth understood every document, even giving her copies to review with her lawyer so Beth could close on her first home with confidence. Complicated things explained in simple terms. The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. It's listeners on the loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Let's go to Colby. Actually, sorry about that, Steve. I got Colby over here. All right. Colby, you are in Ellensburg. Welcome to the show, Colby. What you got for us, buddy?
How we doing, guys?
Not too bad, Colby. You listening on our app, by the way, out there in Ellensburg?
Yes, sir. Yes, I am.
Get that
you guys
Odyssey
need to get
app.
your station out here. I miss listening to you guys live on the radio.
Appreciate that, man. Well, AUDACY. You can listen to us in Ellensburg.
Was that a horse?
Yes, it was. I'm working on a ranch right now.
Oh, that wasn't a sound effect. That was a real horse.
What's the horse's name?
It's a real horse. I don't know that particular horse name. We got a couple of newborns here that we're about to geld.
Damn. You know, we were just talking about horses earlier this morning, and I was telling Danny and them, I was like, I've never ridden a horse before.
Yeah.
Because Danny shows a picture of him riding a horse.
9 years ago.
I was like, I rode a donkey, but I've never ridden a horse.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely interesting.
Which one? The horse or the donkey?
All of the above.
Yeah.
All of the above.
I'm too scared to ride a horse. I'm afraid I'll fly off of it.
You're tall, though, so you'd be as tall as the horse, but I get it. You'd be way high up then.
Yeah.
But it made me feel like average height when I rode one, and it was a small horse.
I mean, if I got a cool hat and like some like a cool shirt and
Well, yeah, you need your cowboy outfit.
need your
have when you were a
cowboy-
kid. You need your
yes.
chaps,
Yeah.
buddy.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, you're set.
I love it.
Cowboy Steve. You know, you recreated that for Halloween. You should wear that same
You
outfit.
do have your cowboy outfit you
Oh,
did for
yes.
Halloween, right?
Yeah, put that on. Go out to the ranch, buddy.
I feel like wherever I go, they'll ban me from that place. They're like, dude, we don't know what you're up to, but the way that you're dressed, we don't want you here.
So Colby, I have a question. You said you're about to geld a horse. What does that mean? Does that mean you got to cut something off?
We cut their testiculars off so that way they don't get mean and ornery when it's mating season.
Oh,
See, if you did that to me, that would make me mean and ornery.
Well, you can't be mean if you've never had it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Wow.
very true.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I mean, if your body's feeling all those hormones and you're an animal and you can't think your way through it, what are you going to do? You're just going to chomp your way and kick
Was it
somebody's
tough?
butt.
Was it tough to do that for the first time? Like, it sounds like you probably
It
have done
was,
that.
Steve. I didn't like mine cut off, but I got used to it. And so you're talking to Colby? Oh,
No, I was asking you, BJ. Yes.
Yeah, but I got used to it.
I'm sure you got used to it now. Like maybe it's like it's just a normal Thursday morning, cutting off the boys of a horse. But like the first time had to be traumatizing.
You know, I was never around for it because of all the time when my parents were owning ranches. I was too little to be around all that stuff. But I mean, I've branded cattle before, and that's pretty interesting hearing them scream once they put that iodine in there.
Oh,
hey.
Whoa. Oh, damn, dude.
City folks just don't get it.
Truth. Horse talk with BJ and Migs.
Yeah. Well, Colby,
vegan talk to now branding cows. Like we are so all over the place.
We're everywhere, buddy. Well, Colby, I don't know what you decided. What did you call us for? Because it probably is a lot more pleasant than what we're talking about.
Oh, it's still in line with animals. I'm telling you guys about the time I ran face to face with a moose and her baby calf.
Oh.
Usually when you run into an animal that has a baby, they usually get pretty defensive. I'm thinking that wasn't a pleasant experience.
It was definitely an oh crap moment, but it never turned bad. So to give you a little bit of backstory, I was out in a boarding school in Montana, just pulling my head out my butt. And we were doing poop patrol. Yeah, there you go. We were doing poop patrol, picking up dog poop and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, out the corner of my eye, I see movement in the brush. So I look over, and all of a sudden, I see a full-grown moose. And I'll tell you what, those things are big when they're that close.
Yeah, they are.
And the calf comes walking out, and I look at my buddy Ben. I start smacking him in the chest. I'm like, I think we need to get up to the main house. I think we need to go up because they're coming to the salt block, so they don't see us yet because their sight's not all that good. But I know well enough that if they see any kind of movement, that's why they attack, because they don't know what it is. And so I just look at my buddy, we need to get to the main house right now.
Damn,
and so we
dude.
just slowly, with our shovels, just run right back up to the main house, and we just watch them, and they just go to the salt block and hang out.
We find the moose was like, look, I heard what you did to my friend. You gelded him.
Yeah.
I'm the moose,
my name is Moose Wick, and I am going to take revenge. That's who I am, pal.
And you're on the poop patrol, which I think is the funniest thing.
Yeah, dude, that's farm living right there. I'm a city folk. I just don't get it.
My daughter loves that show. Paw Patrol. Poop Patrol.
That's a different show. Thanks for the call, Colby. Thanks for listening, too, as much as you can out there in Ellensburg. It's a whole different life. I mean, it's a whole different life, like the ranch life, the farm life. Do
you think you can do it?
No, not at all.
No,
there's no way.
No. Wait, no way for you or no way for me, Rev? Or are you just speaking for all of us?
For both of us.
Okay, fair enough. Normally, I don't like people to put words in my mouth, but you're a hundo P on that one.
Yeah,
there's certain elements where I'm like, it seems very like peaceful and it'd be awesome, like, you know, just living on the ranch or like farm life, you know, just in your own little world. But then you hear some of these stories where you're like, you got to brand a cow or castrate a horse.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'll just farm strawberries.
Yeah. You pick them variety.
And you can do that in Seattle. It's great.
Yeah.
It's true. We have a little strawberry plant in our backyard. I'll stick with that. That's my type of farming.
Steve. Exactly. That's what co-ops are. Just like, you know, it's sort of like city farming.
Animals are harmed.
Fuss.
I grew up, my aunt has a farm, so I spent like part of my summers going over there and helping, you know, doing the hay thing, you know, getting the eggs from the chickens, doing all that fun stuff. But my mom recently got chickens, some for eggs, some for meat.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know your parents were doing that.
Are they competing with Taryn Daly to see who has the most farm animals?
A little bit. My dad's like, your mom wants chickens. I guess we're getting chickens.
I had a chicken once.
What?
When I was a kid, in Albuquerque.
For eggs or for meat?
My mom, it was a
for
pet.
choking, actually, but that's a whole different story.
It was actually a pet. They did this thing where...
Where's the pet's name?
For Easter...
I hope it's Camilla.
No, it was... I was like 10 at the time, so it was like Cuddles and something cute.
Okay.
But it was a pink
I feel
and
like
a green
you can't
chicken.
cuddle a chicken any, though.
Actually,
you could when they're
you
so
could.
small.
Okay.
It was a chick. Like, they used to do this thing for Easter where they would dye the chicks different colors and then they'd sell them to kids. So my mom bought me 2 chickens. And I had chickens and I raised them until I took them to a farm.
And then you ate them?
I probably.
Wow.
I went to KFC a lot at that point. I mean,
thanks for the chicken.
Okay.
Have you tried our chicken nuggets? They're colored.
Yeah.
They're not going to be mascots on this place. They're going to be,
They were awesome.
Damn. So now, Vicky, your parents are in Chicken Town.
Yeah, I do not. They recently had to harvest the chicken, and I definitely called not it for that one.
Your father's a better man than me, because I'd be like, no, this isn't happening.
Yeah, that was kind of it. He's like, really? Are we getting chickens?
Yeah,
and my mom's
I'd
like,
be
yeah,
like, no,
this is happening.
I love that that's where you put your foot down.
I know.
His wife moves to another state.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
You want to have a
what?
chicken?
Do I see chickens? Yeah, you see any chickens in my house? No.
That's very true.
Good point.
Yeah.
But it is kind of funny because my 3-year-old brother will go up, and while the chickens are all eating, he will sit next to them like as if he's chatting with the gals and go and hug them and cuddle them. So they are cuddly, funny enough. I had no idea.
Yeah.
But I am not involved. I will maybe carry water or feed, but I'm not doing anything. That's where I draw the line. I'm like, I'll carry crap. I'll break my back. I don't want to deal with it.
And she's harvesting chickens. I mean, I know someone's got to do the job, and who knows? I mean, maybe it'll be good food, but boy, yeah, that's a little too savage for me.
My other brother called not it, but he ended up having to do it.
Oh, man.
He had to harvest the chicken?
And I will say, they were delicious. We tried
Okay,
them.
your brother's a better man than me because I'd be like, Mom, this is your genius idea. I am out.
Yeah, you pick it. You do it.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
And so, and did you notice like the freshness of the chicken better than chicken you normally
Yeah,
have?
actually, it was a
That's
lot
hard
better.
to argue with that.
So
I
we
just
have
don't
a
wanna-
bunch in the freezer
Dip it
now.
in any sauce, like sweet and sour?
No, Mom made dinga, which is like a chipotle sauce, like shredded chicken in a chipotle sauce, and you put it on a tostada. Oh, so good.
Dinga.
Dinga.
No, is it dinga or binga?
Dinga with a T.
Oh, it is dinga. Okay.
Dinga.
Oh, dinga. Oh, all right. Yeah. Well, now I know what it is.
We're learning so much stuff this morning.
Dinga sounds like a wrestler from like the Mid-South wrestling days, from the 70s. I'm Dinga the Warrior.
It is listeners on the loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Rev's Rainbow Room's got us all high, I think is what's going on.
He's showing me her Tinga, and it looks delicious.
Hey, excuse me? Now, this is an HR issue. Vicky, stop showing your Tinga to
Wow,
everybody.
that does look good, though.
Right?
Yes. No, stop it.
I feel like I need a lot of Tingas to be able to be satisfied.
Yeah, that's okay. It
They
does
look
look
very
good.
big.
I mean, you know, for a Tinga, you know, Vicky, I mean, I don't know.
Almost looks like a street taco.
Yeah, like the dinga is the actual chicken in the sauce, and you can prepare it. You can make them in a tortilla. You can put them on a tostada. I had them as like kind of a nacho situation the other day because I broke all the tostadas.
Okay.
Tinga tostada.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Tinga
So
tostada.
There you go. I just wish, again, Vicky, please stop showing your Tinga. Thank you.
Can I show other people's dingas?
No, you do not have the right to do that, or their dingas, or their no, they don't, or their burritos. All right, hey, it's listeners on the loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
So he said, guys, if you want another reason to make fun of Russell Wilson and be bitter towards him, you should check out his latest Instagram post.
Oh, what did he do?
Oh,
Bitter
man.
ex-girlfriend alert.
No, this is now his new teammate. There's a guy, what the hell is his name? Something, Jerry Jeudy, I think it's pronounced. It must be a wide receiver for the Denver
Makes
Broncos.
sense. Yeah.
And they're in front of a green screen, but they're probably taking pictures and video for like the video stuff that runs on television and pictures or whatever it may be. But they're fully rocked out in their Denver Broncos orange jerseys with the pads on.
It's ugly looking.
And oh man, I mean, now I get why so many people that weren't Seahawk fans are like, he's so dorky with the whole Go Hawks thing. Because now it's just like every other sentence is "Let's ride" from this dork of a former.
I know.
I say that with love.
I mean,
we have the audio. You want to hear it, BJ?
No. Okay, fine.
Just put my jersey on for the first time. Broncos orange, let's ride. Green screening it with my boy. Yes, sir. Let's go. We in the orange, baby. Let's go. Let's ride, baby. Ooh, so clean right now. No cap. Well, we know what we done. I had my boy Drew. Now I got 1-4 with me. 1-4 with me. Boy, hey. Yes, sir. Show them what we gonna do. Yes, sir.
Okay. Why is he doing a sexy voice? Let's ride.
Yeah.
Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Yeah.
Got my boy with me.
Yeah. All right.
Me and him, we're going to ride.
We're going to ride.
Honestly, do I want? Yeah, I'm with you, Steve. I want to see him fail so badly.
Yes.
You know, there's no good reason except he's just like,
he's not
hey,
one
I'm
of
Mr.
us
good
anymore.
Attitude. I'm good attitude. All right, good. Fail.
Yeah.
All right, well,
let's ride.
First game of the season. I mean, everybody. Let's ride.
We are high.
I think Go Hawks is
we
better.
are so bitter.
Yeah, we are.
We're high and bitter. It's not a good combo.
No.
We're going to win that first game, though. It's going to be amazing.
And I will.
If we win that game, oh my gosh.
I might not sleep that night.
No.
Like, that's the Super Bowl for the Seahawks.
Yeah,
Because we know there's nothing else that's going to be exciting.
And if we don't win that game, oh my God,
then we got to hear him.
I'm not coming to work the next day.
Yeah.
Then I will set fire to my Russell Wilson jersey.
Moving away.
No, I'll find Caesar and I'll take his Denver Broncos Russell Wilson jersey and set fire to that one.
Burn it. Let's ride.
I know. What is that? The sultry voice that he likes to throw.
Well, I mean, remember the bed voice? People hated, remember everybody hated this except us?
But I'm going to see y'all in the morning.
Oh, no. We fully thought this was dorky as well, but it's just so great.
See y'all in the morning.
Yeah. But I mean, we didn't hate it. I now hate it. I now hate everything that he's done in his life.
But at least with that, he's in bed with Sierra. So, you get the sexy voice. Hopefully that's what it's going to lead to for you after he
Well, now
turned
he's
the
got his
camera off.
boys.
Yeah.
He's got his boys.
And he's in orange.
That's right.
I mean, orange is a sexy color. You got your boys, you got your orange. Woo! Let's ride.
Why did you sound
the
like
Hawks
that?
are losing for sure.
Oh, no. No, we're winning.
Don't say that.
So I'm so glad Russ is no longer on the team, so I don't have to pretend to like his fake ass.
Yeah, I hope we can. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what we're doing. I haven't heard any good news out of our camp in a while.
Man, Russell Wilson moves to Denver and somehow gets more annoying by the minute.
Yeah. Well, it's because, and also, what do we have to cheer about right now? Nothing.
Everything.
What has this team done to make us feel good about the season? They have been conspicuously quiet since the draft. We haven't heard a thing except the only guy I was high on, Levi, they cut.
The guy that nobody cared about.
I cared about him.
He
was the future.
For who? Maybe for I was
hoping it would be the Cinderella story.
Tallahassee Taggers or something like that. Some arena football team.
The Tallahassee Taggers, by the way, you know what? They produce great NFL talent.
Yes, they love playing laser tag.
I just had a horrible prophecy. What if he's their quarterback for the Seattle Dragons when the XFL comes back, and then we're just going to have to hear it from BJ?
That's fine.
I'm high on Levi. I'll take him as a Dragon.
Levi the Dragon, completely fine with. Levi the Seahawk, no thank you.
Okay. I swear to God, Danny, you think that's the nightmare. What if he goes and signs with another team and becomes the Russell Wilson of that team? You guys said that. Geez. They said that about Russell Wilson when we picked him up. Nobody thought he'd ever be anybody.
A lot of people said that Russell Wilson guy, if he was just a little bit taller, would be a stud. And there was a lot of people like, oh, that's the guy he could be the sleeper pick of the draft. Nobody has said that about Levi ever.
Well, that's because you haven't been listening to me. Because I said it. Let's ride. All right, we got a question that has to be answered. What do Ryan Castle and a possum have in common? I'm going to tell you at 9:50 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and a possum have in common?
Adorable, but dangerous.
Boy, that's, I don't know.
Cuddly.
Also, my back hurts from carrying a bunch of babies around every day, if you know what I'm saying.
Why are you looking at us when you say that?
Yeah, that's a better answer. Yeah. We got a bunch of New Yorkers who were at a place in Brooklyn called Temkin's Bar last Thursday night when a possum wandered through the front door, and as soon as it walked in, people freaked out. One of the bartenders said she immediately grabbed her phone but didn't know who to call. But luckily, one person was not scared. A lady named Sarah. She was standing outside when she saw it run in, and she's originally from Alaska, so she's like, what's the big deal? She just basically walked into the bar, found the damn thing under the table, grabbed it by the scruff of the neck, brought it back outside.
What part of the country is this? Just don't get it.
This is New York. She's from Alaska, but this is New York. So she's
like, we eat these where I'm from.
Yeah, she brings it to the kitchen, says, order up.
Yeah.
Boil this.
She's like, I have moose in my backyard. I'm not worried about this thing. And they basically called her a hero. She didn't have to buy a drink the entire night.
Oh, I would buy her a shot as well.
Yeah. Very nice.
I want to take her home.
The possum or the woman?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, well.
Her and the boiled possum.
This is a very disturbing 12-pack that Ryan Castle's going to give you up next.
BJ and Migs play of the day.
I don't know how I'd react if I came home and it was like, Freddie FedEx is like standing outside my house. He's just taking a leak on my
that would be. You'd be like, what?
I think you would turn into your dad.
I would wait till I hear or see he has zipped up. And then I would turn into my dad. The last thing I want to do is have an argument with someone as they're midstream.
Yeah, you really don't.
Let's not make this more awkward.
Right. Come at me, bro. I'm good. I'm just telling you I don't like what you're doing.
BJ and Migs mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's Here's another question from a listener. If I file for bankruptcy, do I have to appear in court? That makes me nervous.
Going to court is never something that's easy to do. However, when you file bankruptcy, you usually only have to attend one hearing at the courthouse. Of course, I'll be there with you. And when you go to court, it's not before the judge. It's actually with the trustee or the trustee's attorney. One of the things that's critical in a bankruptcy is that you give your attorney and the court all of your information. You list all of your assets and all of your creditors. That's what we're trading for your discharge, is your true and honest disclosure of your assets and liabilities. And so the court hearing is just usually about a 5-minute deal where you show up and reaffirm and swear that all the information you've given the court and your attorney is correct.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Realtors abide by a code of ethics. This is Article 9 in action. Beth, a first-time homebuyer, knew nothing about the home buying process, except that she wanted to buy a home. But her realtor had the expertise to make sure Beth understood every document, even giving her copies to review with her lawyer so Beth could close on her first home with confidence. Complicated things explained in simple terms. The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too-big-to-fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.